Welcome back to another video. After the last one received such interesting reception, we thought we'd make another one about League Two. An even more controversial one, the best 11 so far this season, in our joint opinion. So, Luca, who are we starting off with in goal?
So we're starting off in goal with Paul Farman of Barrow. So probably not the most obvious choice, but
No.
five clean sheets, only conceded 12 goals, one of the best in the league. And yeah, what else you got to say about him, Dan?
I think he's prevented the most goals in the league, which is important. That's obviously the job of the goalkeeper, is to prevent goals. I think just about 4.5 goals he's prevented for Barrow, and that's massive. 4.5 goals. That at this stage in the season, that's late winners prevented. They're on the cusps of the playoffs. They'll be hoping to break in this season. So with someone like him in goal, that will be doing them plenty of favours.
Yeah, experienced goalkeeper for this division as well. Was at Carlisle and Barrow previous seasons, so bit of an obvious choice we sort of thought. But yeah, so we'll move on to left back now, as we've gone for a 4-3-3. Who is our left back, Dan?
It's Jody Jones of Notts County. He's more of a wing back, but we're having to put them into full back for the
Yes.
sake of the team. So we've gone for him. He's got 11 contributions in 13 starts, which is very impressive from a player who'd missed so much football in recent years with his horrible injuries. He's sort of found a home at Notts now. He's playing for Malta and he's absolutely flying this season as a day. As I said, 11 contributions, 8 assists, the most assists in the league. He really is a creative force for them, and he's probably why they're doing so well.
Yeah, versatile player as well. Can play left wing back, right wing back, even higher up front. And he scored a few important goals for the club already, and they love him there. So, yeah, most assists in the league. He's a bit of an obvious choice for him to put him in. Even though he doesn't really fit, as we said, as a left. He's a left wing back, but he can do the job at left back, I reckon.
All right, give us the first of our two centre backs.
We'll go for a man who's probably too good to be in this level, Aidan Flint. Mansford's still unbeaten. He's the heart of their defence, and they've only conceded 12 goals this season. And a big defender like Flint is probably what anyone in the league, any club would want. If anyone had him, I reckon they'd be in the top. He's just too good for this division, I reckon.
Best defence in the league. He's the main man in that defence. He shouldn't be in this league. He's even scored, important goal away at Notts County in that impressive 4-1 win. There's not really much more that can be said. He's just a rock.
But the main question is, who's going to be pairing with him in the centre defence?
Well, we've gone for Mickey Demetriou, a bit of an outside shout at Crewe. I think that's a very solid centre back partnership. But Demetriou, 33, people were questioning him if he still got it at this level when he left Newport in the summer. But he's come in. He's got an impressive 9 goal contributions from centre half. He's 33 years old. He's absolutely revived his career. It's been very impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, nine goals from a centre back. You can take throws, long throws as well. Newport legend, really. And then when you move to Crewe, no one really bat an eyelid about it. Just thought maybe he's left, maybe he's going a bit older now, just around the League Two. But he started. Defensively, Crewe aren't the best, but attacking wise, they can score goals for fun. And Demetriou is at the heart of that, which is weird to say as for a
Yeah,
centre back.
any central defender with 9 contributions has got to be in there. I don't know
Yeah,
how he does it.
No.
What about right back then to complete the back four?
There's not too many right backs that have an outstanding season, but one who's consistent since joining his club is Romeo Hutton of Swindon Town. Last season, excellent season, and again he started on the house of fire. Really, he's got 1 goal, 3 assists in 15 games. He starts every game. He's ever present for the club, and he's the biggest threat from right back this season. And he's got the basically most expected assists this season. So he is the player that once he gets the ball, he just crosses them in, and he's direct, and it's what you need in an attacking threat, especially Swindon with Austin up front and players like that.
Yeah, he's a massive threat, as you said, on that right foot, swinging the crosses in. But I think this season he's also learnt to come inside and put him in with his left. It's just a different, option there that makes him so unpredictable. He's hard to stop. His crosses are always pinpoint, and when you've got Jake Young, Charlie Austin waiting in the box, it's going to lead to goals. So
Yeah, and we'll move on to the midfield, and you'll start us off, Dan. Who is our first centre midfielder?
we've gone another outside shout at defensive
Yeah,
midfield. Grimsby Town's Camille Conte. He's in his stat leader. He's very impressive. He's got the fourth most tackles per 90 in the division. He's managed 2 assists from defensive midfield, showing that he does get forward. He's got more to his game. It's his first season at League Two level, being only 20. He's got it all, really. You could definitely see him playing higher up, and he's had a great start to the season, despite Grimsby not having the best of starts as a club.
yeah, 100%. I mean, I wasn't really aware of him before he started the season, but I heard around social media that they thought good signing, and if he gets it right, he'll be one of the best signings in League Two. But you've really seen now how much defensively he can do for Grimsby, and I think he could be playing at definitely a higher level. I think League One, even lower Championship.
But completing the midfield, who's the next player?
We've gone for Elliot Lee. He can play in that centre midfield and normally does with Wrexham when they play 5 in defence, 3 in midfield. But 10 goals in 15 appearances. He's too good for this level. I mean, he still could be playing League One football, I think. Some of the goals he scored as well. And he loves a late goal, doesn't he, Elliot Lee? Cool.
Yeah, he's always grabbing, late winner, late equaliser. He's a clutch player. He's their talisman, really. He's been doing the business for them, for a few years now, 2 years. There's not really much more to be saying. He scores goals, and goals win games. So,
but we'll move on to our attacking midfielder, who's over Lee and put Lee deeper. Who is it, Dan?
we've gone Dan Kemp, again of Swindon Town, their second inclusion in the team. He's got 13 contributions so far this season, which is incredible. He's by far and away one of the biggest attacking threats in the league. By far and away Swindon's best player. There's literally nothing he can do. He scores goals, he sets up goals, he scores inside the box, he scores outside the box, right foot, left foot. He's just an incredible player, and it's ridiculous that they've got him on loan from MK Dons. I don't see him being here at Swindon past January.
No, I mean, yeah, as you just said, at Swindon, on loan from MK Dons in the same division, you thought MK Dons would be crying out for him. I know they've got a former Swindon man in Jack Payne, but Dan Kemp, what a player he is. He loves a shot from outside the box, can use both feet, can come inside, and if he's not playing well, Swindon won't play well.
Yeah, for sure. So, starting the front line, we've sort of got a striker and 2 just behind.
Yeah.
Louis Barry from Stockport. What a season he's had. It's fortunately looks like it's been cut short with the horrible injuries just picked up. But he's got 9 goals and 2 assists. He's scored 7 in a row. Picked up September Player of the Month, EFL Young Player of the Month. He's really kicking on this season after a few loan spells, around the EFL. He's looked like he found a home at Stockport. So it's a shame for him that his season looks to have been cut short. But Jesus, what a start to the season.
Yeah, what a start and what a player. I mean, he's already done it in League Two at Salford last season and at Swindon season prior. But this is a season where he's kicked on fully and shown that even he can play in a higher level or like at the top of the division, and also he can play at the front line as a striker or on the left. He can take penalties, he can attack, he can do it all really, and his dribbling is also something that's out of this world. And I think if he wasn't injured, Stockport, and they still might cruise away with the league, but with Barry, they could have cruised to the top. But talking about Stockport on their front line, is their other forward, Isaac Alafe. 13 goal contributions in 13 starts.
That's impressive.
You can't get any better than that, can you? And no one, him and Barry, no wonder they're doing so well. Stockport 5 points clear at the top of the table. I mean, quick, powerful forward. Scored a hat-trick against Wrexham back in September. I mean,
yeah, he's quick, he's powerful, he knows where the back of the net is. He was good at Sutton in his last, when his spell there.
Yeah.
And you could see there was a player in there. They managed to get him, bring him to the club. And yeah, they're reaping the rewards at the minute. He's still young. He's going to be a hell of a player in the future. It'll be one, again, that's looking for the step up next season. You can already tell. And that should be with Stockport, because the way things are looking, they'll be having no problems getting up.
We'll go on to our striker.
Yeah. Matt Smith's just got under half of Salford's goals this season, which is very impressive. hat trick against Doncaster, braces against Wrexham and Crewe. He's scoring for fun. He's aging like a fine wine, isn't he?
He is aging like a fine wine. Hat trick against Doncaster and brace against Wrexham in Crewe, and he's a traditional target man. You can't get any more target man than him. But he's slow, but he can still turn with the ball. He can still run with it, and he's been at Salford for a huge season. Now he's got the goals, but he's not really jumped at getting the tally of the top goal scorers. And there's been a few top goal scorers so far this season, such as Jake Young of Swindon and Macaulay Langstaff. But we think Smith, he is the player, the goals he's got, and how Salford, that they're not starting as much as how they would have liked. He's just been a different level.
I think Langstaff and Young, maybe not so much Young, but Langstaff definitely has got better players around him feeding him. Smith's having to take all his chances. Salford have not looked great this season, and he's been the one shining light. So I think he rightfully earns his place in our team. So that's it for our team. You need to let us know in the comments what you would change, who you would have in your team, and what you think we've got wrong, because no one's going to agree on a topic like this so early in the season. I wonder how much it will change between now and the end of the season. We'll have to do another video, in May when the season's ended, and we sort of compare the early team and this team. But yeah, that's it for this one.